Oh boy.
How long until you think the Helter Skelter on the soundboard gets annoying?
Right now. They played it a lot.
I know. It was fucking stuck in
thing.
my fucking head. The whole night after watching this, I was
Yeah.
just walking around going, Helter Skelter. Nah, 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 nah. So, you know, in the Pleeka podcast now, we're in our serial killer era. And we decided we're going to do Charles Manson first because he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and all that shit.
It was like we watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again.
Yeah, they even sang that one little tune the girls did again. Like, a lot of it
Yeah.
was very similar.
It was. They're like digging through the trash cans. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, cool.
But so I had a question. Before watching
Sure.
this movie, what did you know about Charles Manson? Because you said that you wanted to learn something here.
Yeah, I
from some of
mean,
these movies. Did you learn something new from this movie about him?
yeah, I mean, him and all of his followers were completely whack jobs. I mean, I guess I didn't know it was to that extent.
You don't think
like,
they were like onto something?
I didn't think they thought he was Jesus
That
Christ.
surprised me, actually. I don't know why I didn't know that, but yeah, I didn't know they thought he was Jesus. Which, that's kind of fun. I kind of, like, imagine if Charles Manson was fucking reincarnated Jesus, and he just fucking snapped and started like, hey, let's start a cult.
Yeah, I mean, and the crazy thing was, I mean, to me, and I guess it's the same way with any of these, like, what's the one they did, the Netflix did on Dahmer?
They did a lot. Yeah, they did Dahmer. They did Ted Bundy.
The Dahmer. Well, maybe it was Bundy, but supposedly, like, one of them was, like, good looking or whatever, and, like, all the women loved
Ted
him.
Bundy. Everybody wants to fuck Ted Bundy.
But it's like, I mean, they kind of hinted towards that, like, when Manson was in prison, he's like, the security guard's like, let me know if you get any naked pics or whatever. Like,
oh yeah, well, apparently, supposedly he had like he impregnated a bunch of people and had a bunch of babies.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah, and that's the other
looking
thing.
it up while watching it. I guess one of his kids' names, he changed it now, but one of his kids' names was Charles Manson Jr.
Wow.
And like that guy could be walking around the world. Can you imagine how fucking annoying that would be if your name was Charles Manson Jr.?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be weird. That would be weird. I don't know if I would have wanted to keep the child. I mean, I'm not a female. It wouldn't spend 9 months in my stomach and me growing it, but I don't know if I'd want to keep, like, with the, what's her name, Linda? The one who testified. Like, I mean, I know it's a whole different thing, but that would have been tough to have his child
have his kid and be afraid, like,
testify
what if this kid grows up to be? Yeah. No, a lot of that was very interesting. I didn't realize that, like, that the girl tried to get away with her baby and all that shit and, like, was knocked up by him. I didn't know that shit either.
And then just leaves her child, which, here's the thing. In the very beginning when she gets there and they take her child and they're like, Charles likes the children to be raised by everybody. No, that's not how it works.
No, sorry. Not going on here.
Go fuck yourself. We're leaving.
Yeah,
there's no way.
That's the thing that blows my mind about a lot of this, like, cult stuff and all that, is, like, how do people fall for it and get involved in that? Especially, like, Charles Manson looks like a fucking lunatic that starts a cult.
Yeah.
Like, he seems crazy. And then when he's fucking going into his psycho babbles, they're like, oh, this he might be Jesus. He's listening to the Beatles.
I know. What?
And getting fucking tips and tricks from him.
It's just weird. It's so weird because what did they call it when they went to the one house and they dressed in all black and they just, like, moved everything around? They didn't kill it.
I forget.
What'd they call it?
I don't remember.
Not kitty, but
being little kitty cats.
I can't remember what they called it. But it's just so weird. It's like,
let me see. I'll look it up
like,
real quick.
What? And then they all sleep on the floor together. Like, it's like
they're all fucking disgusting as well.
And then I don't know if you saw. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, but like at the end, what? Damn it! I should have wrote it down. I told myself I go, I'll write it down. I'm like, no, I'll remember it. But the girl who's played by
Creepy Crawly.
Crawly.
They called it Creepy Crawling.
Creepy Crawly. Who's the girl that was, like, taking care of that George Spahn? What was her name? Quizzy or Kizzy or
from in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or in this?
Well, in this too. You meet her in the beginning when she's sitting there. She takes the wallet. but she was like, oh fuck, dude, what was her fucking name? And then it said something towards the end that like when they're rolling the
Oh, it's
credits,
like
like
giving an update on every character or whatever.
yeah, it was something, and I was like, holy fuck. I don't
Well,
remember
now I'm
what
curious. I want to know what his name is.
I know. I might have to put the movie on and watch the last like 30 seconds of it. She's like
It's Squeaky Fomp.
squeaky,
Squeaky in Once
squeaky.
Upon a Time in Hollywood. Was that
Let's
her in
see.
this as well?
Yeah, all the names were like the same.
Oh, was it? I thought he like
Yeah.
Quentin
What
replaced the
happened to
names to
Squeaky
I don't know, cover up some of it.
from the Manson family? Oh, she attempted to assassinate President Gerald Ford in 1975. That's
Oh
what ran across.
yeah.
That's what ran across, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
could be like its
wow.
own fucking movie. Like
Yeah,
Kiss my pee-pee.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. I was like, wow. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, that's pretty crazy. I didn't know that. So I learned that for sure.
Yeah, that's true. So we learned
Um,
one thing.
yeah.
Um,
Do you think we'll see more cult stuff going forward? Like, 'cause I can't really remember
oh,
anything
like a
crazy.
new. Well, there was that. What was it called Nexum or whatever? That that HBO documentary. I think Showtime did one as well. It was like that big sex cult, and like the girl from Smallville was involved in it, and
Maybe I just don't
but
watch the
that one was
news,
it was
so I don't
like
know these
I don't
things.
know how that was a couple years ago. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like
Huh.
how does a cult start now? I feel like it's just like it's so well. I just feel like I've seen all the warning signs in all kinds of movies and TV shows and in real life that it would just be like, oh yeah, this is a cult. I'm gonna get out of here. And
Well,
maybe part of it is you get trapped there and kind of some Stockholm syndrome.
I don't know. Yeah, well, that too, I guess. I don't know. And I mean, obviously, it it's the timing of when you run across them because I feel like these
Yeah,
people are like
true. Yeah, it's
lost.
when you're
Like
really like nothing going
yeah,
on in your life at all.
it's literally the equivalent to like joining a gang, in my opinion.
I can see that.
Like you're just kind of like, oh well, like my mom and dad hate me or whatever. I have a bad life, and then like you run into this gang, and then they like
You
take care of
like
you.
find your family.
Yeah, and they feel like family, and then they're like, oh well, you have to go jump this dude and like curb stomp him to
You gotta
join
go
our
suck this
family.
guy's dick, and then you're in our
yeah,
family.
yeah. So it's like, what? But yeah, I guess it's kind of, I guess it's kind of the equivalent of that. I can kind of see.
Yeah, yeah. I guess, and then because it's also like even you're like once you're in it, you're stuck in it for life, basically.
Yeah.
Well, like also the girls were fucking
Well,
lunatics.
well, the
Like
one, the one dude.
what a good pairing. He was such good at
Yeah.
finding people that are like minded like him, because they all were like, oh, we're in this together. We're not gonna snitch on
Well,
each other. Like as long as we're all here, whatever.
well, they bought in. They bought in hard, and I
Yeah.
mean, they
Well,
were not.
I guess even 'cause they didn't show it in the movie. I guess like when he starts like carving the thing in his head and getting his tattoos and shit and shaving his head, all the girls did that as well. Like shaved their heads and had tattoos on their
So
foreheads.
crazy. That is just wild. The lady Susan just got out of prison like a month or two ago.
Oh shit! Really? Maybe we should
You
interview
didn't
her.
know that?
No, I had no idea. I
Yeah.
wonder what the fuck she's up to.
Let's see.
Like,
Woman.
do you think now she can see that this was like fucking stupid and like what a waste of time and like she was wrong?
The Leslie Van Houten.
That's
She was
insane.
she was a follower who played the role in the gruesome double murder of in the summer of '69. Was released on parole. This was on July 17th, so just like 4 months ago, whatever.
Wow.
She spent 51 years in prison.
Jesus Christ.
Could you imagine spending 51 years in prison? You get locked up in 1969 and you come out in 2023. Just the fucking sheer magnitude of how different the world is
Yeah.
in that
Actually.
span.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Do you like? Does she seem rehabilitated? Like, do they? I mean, obviously, did she do any murders? Actually, like, did she kill people, or was she just someone like involved?
She was well, she was one of the ones that got convicted. She was one of the ones that got arrested and convicted with Manson. So like, I'm assuming because the only one that really didn't do anything was
I
Linda,
guess,
the one who
yeah, the one that got her and Manson are the ones that like didn't actually murder someone.
Yeah.
Which that's also like they all claim to be like some family and like doesn't that seem fucked up to you when you're there and they're like everybody has to stab this woman, every single one of us has to.
Yeah, she spent 53 years in prison.
That is nuts.
I'm gonna text you the thing
All
here.
because she thought some dude was Jesus, huh? That's pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have done a little more research on her. Because there are like interviews of recently of like after she's been out of prison or whatever. So I kind of wish I would have watched some of that.
Oh, so is this the girl that was talking to the old lady in the
I
movie?
think
And
so. I
cause
think, and
like and
she's
like
like,
told all
I
the.
killed. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, wow.
yeah,
Oh, I want to see.
yeah,
Did she? Oh, she got it either removed or it healed on her forehead. Her forehead looks pretty
yeah.
normal now. I bet she's pretty happy about that.
But yeah,
How fucking embarrassing would that be to still have?
just the sheer magnitude of like spending 53 years in prison and
Yeah.
then walking out, you're a free person, in 2023. I mean, that's just
Although she's, I mean, I guess she's not. She's
crazy.
luckily for her. I mean, maybe other people do, but like, she's not that recognizable either. Because like,
Yeah.
people could be like,
Well, but there are people that are like, I'm sure, are infatuated with
oh
this
yeah,
case
like I'm sure
still.
Angela would probably see her and be like, hey, that's that
So
motherfucker from that was with Charles Manson, and she'd recognize her, want
Leslie
to take a selfie with
Van
her or something.
Houten. So she's 74.
Wow.
So yeah, so she spent literally the
So like,
majority of
if
her
you were
life
her, what do you
in
you get
prison.
out of prison? What do you do? What's the first thing you do?
I don't I don't know.
Just join
It
up
keeps
another cult.
yeah, she starts her own cult.
Mm-hmm.
It says that her estimated net worth is 1 million to 15 million dollars. I
Wow.
don't know how these people make money. She's been in prison for
Maybe she
53
did
years.
start her own fucking cult. That's how she was able to get out of prison. She's been pulling strings behind the scenes this whole time.
That's so crazy. Yeah, it just says, how did she get so rich?
Have you heard
Um,
of any of like the? Because I don't know any of the information on this, but any of the stuff of like Charles Manson being a CIA informant and like
oh,
being a
the only
plant in
thing
there and all these things.
the only thing I is when after the last pod I FaceTimed
Oh,
you when we talked with
mm-hmm.
Angela,
Yeah.
she mentioned that, but that's all I've ever heard of it.
I listened
Was
to
her
I
talking
listened to
about it.
a clip on a Joe Rogan podcast that was like talking about that, or maybe it was a TikTok that talked about that or something a while back, and it just sounded nuts to me. But I don't know. I felt
Yeah, it does seem
I would be
crazy.
interested to see a movie that would like do that to see what that's like. Since like I feel like every Charles Manson movie is about the same. That'd be an
Yeah,
interesting take, but I don't know.
I kind of the movie was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta
But
be. I thought the movie
I
could have been
kind of want
better.
more. Well, I think obviously I feel like
And also,
almost all the time it could be better
it definitely
because
shines
it's
that it was a TV movie. You could definitely tell
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's you could tell it was a lower budget
Did
film or whatever.
did you like to whenever every single person got stabbed,
It
it
like
went to
went
the
holographic,
yeah yeah.
or
All of a sudden
whatever.
it turned into the Predator watching everybody. You're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
yeah.
happening?
It was very weird. But I guess my thing is, and I don't know who we're gonna do next. I know we haven't talked about it. I told you I don't really care who we do next.
I have an idea, but I'm gonna leave it up to you too.
But I kind of want to like documentary style because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
Like
there might not
you'd
be
rather
a
learn
doc.
learn something and then talk about it than like watch a fake movie on them.
Well, I mean, like, and maybe this one's the outlier because
Mm-hmm.
we did just watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which this
True.
is based on. So, I mean, in the movie that we just watched, Helter Skelter was eerily similar because that's what Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was
What
about.
when they started
With the
killing
twist on
Sharon
it,
Tate though, did you want Leonardo DiCaprio to come in
yeah,
or Brad Pitt to
yeah,
come in and save the
yeah,
day
yeah,
too?
yeah,
I thought of your
yeah,
alternate ending actually in that part when they started going into Sharon Tate's house. I was like, "Fuck,
yeah.
here's where Hess's ending comes in, and Leonardo DiCaprio starts killing everybody."
But it was weird because they showed like the Cielo Drive sign. They would pan out multiple
Yeah,
times and show
yeah.
that, and that's what happened. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So it's like okay, and then like when they were foraging through the fucking trash, and she found French fries and she found lettuce and all this shit. I'm just like, God, it's like so fucking. It's like we just watched this movie,
Mm.
and then they made it longer because they did the murders for all of them, and then they went back and
Oh,
went
and
a
then they
little,
show
just
you a little
a
bit more
little
from.
bit deeper. I'm
Mm.
like, what are we
Here's it
doing?
without the predator vision, and that was basically it. You're like, "Oh, okay, cool. I can see it this time. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe it's a slightly different angle."
It was just very weird.
Did you notice too? There's 2 actors in this that I recognize. Maybe there was more, but there's 2 that I remember. The guy who played Tex is I forget. Taylor said he's in some show, but he's the dad in Euphoria. Like you know the dad that like he's he's gay and he's ashamed of it and all that shit. Remember?
Sure.
It was that guy. And then did you recognize
that like hired her to fuck him in the ass?
Yeah. That guy, that dad.
Wow!
That was the guy who played Tex.
I would have never put those together.
And then, did you recognize the prosecutor at all? Because that one was huge for me. I was like, "Holy shit, it's this guy!" Did he look familiar to you at all?
The lawyer that was trying to put them in prison, the district attorney.
Yeah, like the prosecutor at the end, the guy who was like he was balding, but he shaved only like the front of his head and shit looked really horrible.
He sounds like Joe Pesci to me.
That's funny. That's what Angela said too.
Every fucking time he talked, I would close my eyes and go, if I didn't know, if I was blind, I would think Joe Pesci is talking right now. I literally looked him up because I'm like, is this dude fucking related?
Did you see what he was in?
I didn't look to see what he was in.
He's in Superdad. He was the friend in Superdad. Remember that movie we did for, I think it was
the retarded 1963 fucking Disney movie with Kurt Russell.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh god.
I saw that guy and I was like, why the fuck do I know him? Why does he look so familiar? And then I was like, oh my god, fucking Superdad, really?
Every time I kept thinking my cousin Vinny every time because I'm just like
so funny. No,
I'm like that's Joe Pesci.
That was Angela too. Angela's
Vinny.
like he just sounds like Joe Pesci.
He does. He totally does. I thought it was like his cousin or something because it's like Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tim, Jim, John, Jimmy.
But so do you want
Rasul?
Angela wrote down while we were watching the movie. She wrote down like 10 to 20, maybe 15 questions for us.
Holy Jesus.
And I won't know the answers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her watch the podcast. In next podcast.
So she has homework.
Yeah. Next podcast, we'll know how many we got right out of all these.
Okay.
But so
are we just going to answer as a group?
Yeah, we're working together for these. And we're going to see how many we get right. But let me see. So let me see how many there is first. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's crazy. That's a lot. Holy hell. I would have not thought she would have.
There's 13 questions here for us.
All right, 13.
All right. So the first question is, who cut someone's ear off in the movie?
That would be Charles Manson,
right? Yeah, Charles Manson. Ding.
That was at the very beginning. Ding, 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 ding. 1 for 1.
That's a bingo.
I feel like this could be everybody. The next question is, who sings Helter Skelter? I mean, the Beatles. The Beatles do, but everybody in the movie does.
Ding, 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 ding. I know. I'm gonna buy the ringtone. That's gonna be my ringtone from now on.
I feel like you're gonna get so.
Maybe the next serial killer we have, he'll have a fucking theme song. We can get rid of this.
I have a soundbite for the next one that I'm pretty excited for.
Okay.
Can't wait. You'll know this one. You answered this earlier. What street did Sharon Tate live on?
Cielo Drive.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding 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 ding.
Let's see. What did Manson say to the girls before they drove off?
Oh shit, me! I don't know. Fuck.
Maybe.
You should have played "Touch My Pee Pee."
Kiss my pee pee.
Yeah.
But is that the part where maybe
when they went
like
were they going creepy crawling, or were they going to kill?
And like do something witchy?
They were going to kill. Yeah.
Or like write something on the walls, tell them to
write something witchy.
They were obsessed with writing like pig and shit like that on the wall.
Yeah.
Like political pig.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was because like they showed that and I'm like, that's witchy. I'm like, political pig or
that didn't seem
whatever.
So witchy to
I'm
me.
like, okay.
I also didn't. I never understood.
Weird.
I didn't. I guess get until this time that he was so into like the race war and trying to make the race war happen, and like thought the blacks were gonna attack the whites, and like he was kind of doing it, making it look like it was black people doing it.
Well, he said the Beatles were talking to him.
Yeah, and the Beatles were like, "Helter Skelter, stab all of it."
Yeah.
Like, what the?
And the funny thing is no. I mean, I don't know if that was like a legit term in the '60s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's what like legitimately it meant, or if that's just what he portrayed it as, and like because like the prosecutor was like, what does that even mean? Like I don't like. So I don't know. Let's actually look that up here. Well, we have a second here.
We looked it up too. And he was like diagnosed schizophrenic, bipolar, and like all these things too. So a lot of it is just fucking rambles that he's going on, and these people are like, "Oh, I'm fucking taking note of this. What is he saying?" But it's just like a crazy man babbling.
Yeah, it just says it says involving disorderly haste or confusion. Used in a sentence, she had blamed her grogginess on a helter skelter lifestyle.
Oh.
So I think that's just what he portrayed it
if this
as.
shit, like if Helter's, because like the Beatles
Doesn't look like anything to me.
we should be good. I've never lost audio that way, but
Okay.
it's gonna take way too long to check it. So I'm just gonna fingers crossed we still got all that. If not, I'll have to use this audio or something from the Zoom or something like that. All right, we're back. Where were we? Were we still googling something?
Yeah, I just was looking up Helter Skelter. It literally means confusion.
Oh, I remember.
So
Do you think Charles Manson and all this Helter Skelter stuff made the term like go down, like made people use it less because like it was related to him instead?
Probably, I would assume.
Because I wondered too, like, do you think the Beatles were like, motherfucker, we have this good fucking song, and then this asshole's turning it into this, like, or do you think, do you think they're like, oh, fucking money, people are listening to Helter Skelter?
I would say any publicity is good publicity. I guess maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I guess even if it includes murders. All right, so the next question we got here was, who was Sharon Tate's husband?
Oh, Roman Polanski.
I was gonna say, was that director, but I couldn't think of his name. But look at fucking you.
Yeah.
That's a bingo.
What was written in blood in the La Bianca house? Is that the pig political pig, or is I think this is the one that they put Helter Skelter on the fridge and it was misspelled because they're idiots and they don't know how to spell Helter Skelter. Because like if he was Jesus and this was all like something to he's coming back and doing all these things. Wouldn't that fuck up the whole plan if they misspelled like part of the shit for like they're doing these rituals? So I wondered, but like, and that also made me think, okay, so I mean, obviously he's a lunatic and this isn't real, but like 100% is not real. Right. If he didn't even care that they fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, he's all about love, man.
True, I guess love and forgiveness. Let's see. Do you know where Manson was found during the raid? I'm assuming this is the one where he was under the sink, like a little weirdo. Fucking all tiny.
And he's like, I'll never do that again, or something. Fucking goofball, dude. Goofball.
What did Manson make fun of? What did Manson make fun of the officer for during the interview? Ooh, I don't remember that.
What did he make fun of the officer for
the police officer during an interview?
I don't remember that either.
I think Angela's fucking making up. Maybe he asked him if he wants orange juice.
Do you guys like orange juice? Maybe that's what he asked him.
Charles Manson's like, do you guys like orange juice?
That would be funny if he did. No,
I'd be like, okay, Hess got that from Charles Manson. He saw Helter Skelter years ago.
I don't remember.
I don't remember that either at all.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the scene where they're interviewing him, but I do not remember what he said to them.
Yeah, and I don't.
So either. Good part on her to.
Angela fucking stumped us.
Hold up. Just laugh.
Oh, this next question.
Here we go.
Is Charlie Jesus?
No.
You don't think Charles Manson's Jesus?
No.
Hold up.
Maybe.
No.
We'll never know.
Well, he's dead, so
exactly.
No.
So is Jesus.
Yeah.
I've never seen Jesus and Charles Manson in the same room. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. You've seen Jesus though?
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just checking. Do you guys like orange juice?
What was Charlie originally charged with? Ooh.
Oh, it was arson and something else.
Was it what's it called when you steal a car?
Just like Grand Theft?
Grand Theft? Wasn't it that? Because they had a bunch of stolen cars there too.
Grand Theft Auto and some arson and
he played
something
Grand Theft
else.
Auto 5, arson.
Yeah. I know arson was one of them.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Grand Theft Auto though. But I know arson was one.
Yeah.
But
being a little creep, maybe.
And I mean, he actually had the right theory that like he technically didn't kill anybody.
No, yeah, he had a good plan. I mean, it didn't last very long, but I mean, I guess it kind of
they were that since Linda, oh shit, Linda was able to testify, which is crazy. 18 days of testifying. That's wild.
Yeah, that is why. Oh, I don't know where. I was trying to find my. I have this. Oh, here it is.
Wake up, white boy!
For whenever.
There it is. There it is.
No, but that's a long fucking time to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy though. He had the charm. He had the riz, as they would say now.
So you think Charles Manson got riz? I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess
He definitely had the riz.
He really did. We have 2 questions left.
I feel like most of the serial killers have the riz.
So maybe if you got riz, you could be a good serial killer.
Maybe I could be a good serial killer.
Oh shit.
Dead dog and smokies.
So 2 questions left. What was Charlie? Oh, I already read that. So we have 1 question left. What was the prosecutor's name? Oh fuck. I don't even know the actor, but I don't know the actual prosecutor's name.
What was it, like Randy Palencia or something? La Palencia or something like that?
I'll take your word for it. Sure.
It's something of that nature, I believe. Let's see here. D.A.
Isn't it kind of nuts too that Charles Manson was like his own lawyer as well? Like they let that happen. I feel like a lot of the dumb serial killers do that.
It was Vincent Bugliosi.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It was Vincent Bugliosi.
Yeah. So when you edit this, edit all this out, and just when you ask it, just have me saying Vincent Bugliosi.
Okay.
That would be fucking funny as shit. She'd be like, "Oh my god, he got it!
How did he fucking know that?" And then like we don't even sound astounded. Like, oh yeah, man, that was it. That was definitely it.
So funny.
So do you have any ideas for what we should do next, or do you want to just do my idea for our next serial killer?
We can do yours. That's totally fine. Like I said,
can you guess off of
know.
this soundbite what it's gonna be?
I think what he did was respectable. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be Clown Boy.
I feel like we should do John Wayne Gacy. I think that would be fun to do on the podcast because
I think what he did was respectable. Yeah, that doesn't even sound like me.
I know it's because
so weird.
It was like fading out on Zoom too. You were like lagging. So
I feel like because of that I can deny it. It wasn't me.
Oh yeah, this isn't you. Oh, what was that one on the soundboard a while back that I used to play and you would try to mimic? Oh, it was I Like Your Panties, right?
Oh, yeah.
We said that was you.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think John Wayne Gacy would be fun. But so, do you want to do
Sure.
a movie? Do you want to do a documentary about him? What would you?
If there's like an hour and a half to 2 hour doc, I would love that personally.
All right, let me look at some options here.
Just because then it's like you're kind of learning shit about it, and not just seeing like some director's fucking thoughts of what might have happened.
True, yeah. Oh, didn't we? I guess we never did we were going to on the John Wayne Gacy. I see the picture right here. The John Wayne Gacy Devil in Disguise. Remember we watched that, and then we didn't think it was good enough for a video.
But I don't like the Netflix one's like 7-part.
Yeah, no,
series.
I hate that. They always
like I don't want to watch that. Like that seems insane.
I found a movie that I think we should watch at the end of this, and you might be against it, but I think it would be fun after we watch all these serial killers. I found a horror slasher movie called Dahmer versus Gacy, and it's Jeffrey Dahmer versus John Wayne Gacy, and it's an hour and 30 minutes. It's got a 2.7 out of 10 on IMDb, but I think we should watch that at the very end.
Okay.
But I'm trying to see what John Wayne movies there are.
Oh wow, dude, I don't see shit.
I don't either. What the fuck?
This is pretty bad.
I know there was one. I've seen one when I was a kid, but here we go.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, the movie I found the one that I have. It's called Gacy.
Oh, just Gacy?
Yeah, that's why it wasn't popping up before.
Is it this? This one?
Yeah, that one. That's the one I watched as a kid. It's an hour and 28 minutes long.
It just says rent or buy on Amazon, which is fine. That's totally fine. I just didn't know if it was like streaming on anything or.
I don't know if this is great. I don't know how good it is, but that's the one that I watched that interested me as a kid, and it shows him like as a clown.
As a kid, you watched this?
Oh, I watched this really young.
What the fuck?
Like really, like probably like Damien's age. I probably watched this.
That's crazy.
I don't remember. Only thing I remember is him like walking around being a clown, and then like them taking bodies out from under his house. That's like those are like the only couple things I remember.
I think I watched the respectable. Yeah, that's not me for sure. I watched the. It's not. I feel like that's like AI. That's like AI
I
hats
did
right
AI
there.
hats. Oh, fuck. I wish I knew how to do
Yeah.
AI audio on here. Fucking
I
have you
feel like
talking
that's
for hours.
AI hats. Um. Oh shit! I
Team
watched like an
Bobby
episode or
bullshit.
two of that Netflix show
Yeah.
back whatever
Oh,
months,
yeah.
probably a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember like some of the stuff where, like he was big
Oh,
in the political world,
yeah, like
and he like was
in
in
his
the
little neighborhood, he
church.
was like big
Yeah,
in that group. I kind of forgot about
yeah.
that. I bet we'll see a lot of that in
So
the movie.
yeah. I'm sure it'll all come back. You know.
But that'll be fun. So next week
I know, like
we're watching Gacy for everybody.
big Gacy. You can put a picture up of it, can you?
Yeah, I'll put something like I'll do
Okay.
something to show what it is here, and then
Just so that if they want to watch along, you know.
yeah, and then we need some comments down below for who we should do next, because I got no
Drop the.
ideas. At some point, we
I don't
should do a
know.
Jeffrey Dahmer thing, because
Sure.
if we are gonna watch Dahmer versus Gacy at the end,
Sure.
and then I'd say
Maybe we'll do Dahmer next.
I'll leave it up to you. Whenever you're sick and tired of watching serial killer movies, we'll move on.
Okay.
We'll move on to something new.
Okay.
So,
right.
or like if a show, because I know not gonna be like very very soon, but House of the Dragon's gonna start semi soon. So like things will start coming out again.
We could also, I mean, kind of, if we get sick and tired of serial killer, we could like transition into like true crime type shit.
True, and like investigation. It would be actually
That
interesting
would be
to try
cool
to do a
shit.
podcast where we like explain a crime scene
Let's
and stuff like that.
solve
And,
the
have
crime.
to have the research. That'd be fun, but that'd be insane.
Yeah.
I'd like
would
that
be
though.
nuts. That would be fun.
I wonder how that would go, or like if we could like how into it we would get, trying to solve the crimes.
I've
Do
always
you
wanted
think
to be
you'd
a
be a good
detective.
detective?
I think
You
it'd
think
be
you'd
cool.
be good?
I do. I think I would be a great detective. I do.
I mean, there is like, have you seen that documentary of it's like the guy that was like killing cats and putting it videos online, and then eventually started like killing girls, I think. But like
Oh no.
people online like
Oh,
solved the
online.
crimes and like
I
figured out
remember
shit
you
about
telling
him.
me about
It was a
it's
really
like a
cool
doc
doc.
on Netflix or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget. It's like something
Yeah,
about
that's crazy.
like don't
But
fuck
the
with
internet,
cats or something like that.
yeah. I think it is called. I think it is. Yeah. But yeah, the internet can find anything, dude.
Yeah, it's a little scary out there on the internet.
Yeah.
What the
yeah.
fuck is the
Don't do anything
internet?
stupid.
We
Yeah.
have less than a minute to wrap up. Is there anything you want to say to the folks out there before we end this pod?
I don't think so. I finally got my car back on Tuesday.
Holy shit, it's been this fucking long?
Shut up, bitch!
That is insane that there's an
And-
end to this story.
And I got a full refund.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I totally thought I was kicking you off right there. That's cool though.
Well,
so how
I'll call
long?
I'll call you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
If it cuts.
How long? How many days was that total?
August 25th was when the.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next week for Gacy. See you then, folks.
I think what he did was respectable.